Okay, so this motor's drawing 0.73 amps at a signal of 4.52 volts DC between pins 1 and 8 on this harness. And the control board is, as fan status 1 is on, fan status 2 off because we don't have a second fan on, temperature sensor on, motor 1 4.48 volts DC. That's a signal to the motor. While here I got 4.5. So I'm gonna check my static pressure. I'm gonna put my manometer right here, see what my static is, because the ductwork is tiny. This is a 10-ton unit, and the ductwork, the supply duct, I'll try to get I'm gonna get a video of it, but it's 7 by 26. I'm gonna hook up my manometer and then see what I got. Alright, so I got my positive going to my supply. This is my return. My static pressure right now is 0.62, hanging around 0.6. Once in a while I'll go to 0.68, but it's hanging at 0.62 or so. So I'm gonna, also the return is really small. I'm gonna open up this return and take a look at what's going on in there. Okay, so that's the ductwork. It's like 7 by 26, but that's the beginning, opening. But then the ductwork does go, to the side pretty far. So it's about double the width. But still, that one, it's like a, a restriction. So that's the supply, and this right here is the return, but over here. The return's here in the front. The return's also really small. A return, let me get a tape marker out. This here is also, so you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Turn. Let's see. My camera won't thing. Let me see if I can clean my lens. Return. I mean, you can't see that, but that's 12. Where thumbs at? That's, see, 12. That's 1 foot by wow. This is it. The return's ridiculous. It's 12 by 14 return, but the return's the same way. The duct itself is much bigger. It goes to the side, but the initial opening right here that the air has to get through is pretty small. Okay, so now I reduced the fan. Right now I got a 0.45 static, low static. This is also with no air filters in the unit. So I slowed the fan down. Well, I reduced the RPMs. Right now I'm currently drawing 0.52 amps. and my DC signal to the motor is 3.87. Now this is what they call the engine control module. It says motor 1, 3.83 volts DC. So it's putting out 3.83. My meter's reading 3.87. And the chart, we're looking at 3.75. That is 863 RPMs. The next one, 9.2. We're doing about maybe about 880, somewhere around there. RPMs, more or less. So the problem that I'm having is this blower motor, this fan motor is shutting down. It runs great, but the thing is after you reset the disconnect, the unit starts up good. But if I leave this unit, tomorrow in the morning, if I come back, the fan's not on anymore. And the compressor, you know, the coil freezes up. I come here, I get my same reading, everything is the same, except my fan is not running. So I don't know if the fan itself has a problem internally, or you know, it has a glitch. I don't know, but or there's a limit, some kind of high thermal or some kind of limit switch in the fan that's shutting down due to the restricted ductwork, causing you know, the fan shuts down. Then I have to, in order to reset that thermal overload or whatever, I have to reset the disconnect. I mean, I don't know if that's true. This is my first time working on this type of system, but this unit's only about, I don't know, maybe a year and a half old or something. It's been installed, more or less. So yeah, either it's an issue with the motor, or due to the ductwork, the motor is, you know, doing its job. It's trying, but what do you call this? But the limit switch inside is protecting it. You see, it reached temperature and shut off. This is set to fan on, so my blower stays running. My blower's still running, but my contactors had just disengaged. Now my contactor's out and my contactor 2 is out. So it cools great, it cools fine. It's just I'm having a problem with this fan shutting down, and my fan's still running. 0.48 static. So alright. So I mean, I can show you the type of motor that's in here. Let me take this down. I'm going to stop the camera for a minute, open up this panel so I can show you what type of motor's in there. Turn it off so you can see it's spinning the right way, and the module itself is not getting hot, at least not that I feel when I'm here. But then again, when I get here in the morning, it's been off for I don't know how many hours. You know, I never catch it when it goes off. I just know I leave it running. I'll leave here at like 5 o'clock, or you know, I've been here, let's say 6 hours working on other stuff, and come the next morning and the motor's off again. So this here's it's like an airfoil type blower wheel. So all right.